I've heard Velasky Bum, Rebel Taxi, Mars Reviews, and many other big-name YouTubers shun the negativity Teen Titans Go gets on a daily basis. They believe they're fighting a group that just blindly hates the show. But that's not accurate. We don't hate Teen Titans Go. We hate everything Teen Titans Go stands for and has been used against. Again, we don't hate Teen Titans Go. Many of us are smarter than that. For instance, in 2016, I made a video saying one of the only reasons Teen Titans Go was getting such massive attention was because at the end of the decade, either the original would be rebooted so that ratings would continue for older demographics, or something grand would happen like a movie. Teen Titans Go isn't the dumbest show on Cartoon Network. That would go to super noobs. But many of us that dislike Teen Titans Go aren't disliking because we think it's the worst thing ever. There were brainless shows in the 90s and 2000s, but again, it's everything Teen Titans Go stands for. The era of Christina Miller and Teen Titans Go will go down simply as a new type of style for the channel. Every prior generation kept Cartoon Network as Cartoon Network, a hub for cartoons, new, old, and just in general, a number of cartoons. Those same huge YouTubers will talk about how the Snyder era's CN Real took the lion's share of airtime, and how there was nothing else but CN Real at the time, when in reality, CN Real was a block aired during primetime hours. Every other moment of the day featured not just 3 or 4 cartoons, but a bevy of them. Cartoon Network has always been Cartoon Network until 2016 and 2017. This was the first year, like I said, outside of 2016, where oversaturation has made a channel more uninspiring than ever. Cartoon Network has given this generation some of the least effort I've ever seen from this channel, and of course, this generation won't remember the Snyder or prior eras. Let me give you an example of why this is a problem. When I was a kid and I bought a game and slid it into my PS2, it was a full game. A human or 2 generations later, kids are growing up with games that come in pieces, games you have to pay more for, games that have extra expenses and aren't just a full experience on day one. And game companies are using the fact that the newer generation doesn't remember the era when games weren't extra DLC or split into 2 pieces. And that, at least to me, is disgusting. The same way airing one show, as popular as it is still lazy and against the channel's name. Don't call it Cartoon Network if you're going to show 2 or 3 shows a day, and then the weekend is only Teen Titans Go and a couple other things. And this wouldn't be a problem if Turner Broadcasting and Christina Miller's Cartoon Network got ahead of this. Why isn't there a full-on Cartoon Network streaming service to access every single episode of every single season of every single Cartoon Network series from 1992 through 2017. The CartoonNetwork.com video service is severely in need of updating in the face of competitors. This should have been a no-brainer and would have justified making the channel a one-way trip to Teen Titans Land, because then we could just watch other stuff on a streaming service. But without another way to access the show, all of us looking for the actual diverse Cartoon Network are stuck waiting. Teen Titans Go stands for an additional failure that has led to other disappointing reboots. The idea to go simple, not more complex. Look at Ben 10. It stands that this generation deserves a better Ben 10. This shouldn't be a controversial stance. The show is lower in quality in almost every direction to the original. Why is the art and storytelling taking a back seat to attempt to make Ben 10 the merchandise king? I've made a 9-minute video comparing the new Ben 10 to the original, so if you want more, check out that video. The era of the Teen Titans Go network has also led to 2 other things: lack of acquired content airing and false equivalency. Cartoon Network isn't only known for its own cartoons, but acquired ones as well. Of course, massive Japanese anime like Pokemon, Beyblade, Bakugan, and others were icons on Cartoon Network. Many of those big YouTubers won't even talk about how Star Wars: The Clone Wars, a series based on the film of course, brought in some of the greatest ratings in Cartoon Network history, a series picked up during the always criticized Stu Snyder era. The balance of acquired cartoons in-house and outside was an essential part of Cartoon Network. But as ratings have declined through the decade, acquired series have been pushed aside. Hell, Pokemon and other shows have found more care and a better home on Disney XD. And then the false equivalency. Would anyone put Teen Titans Go in the same camp as Steven Universe and Adventure Time? Well, Cartoon Network put all three in the Emmy consideration camp this year. That's like putting Cars 2 in the same spot as Toy Story 3 and WALL-E. Ratings don't mean you should get a spot. Take, for instance, if you're in a group project and two people are working as hard as possible while the other girl just sits there and is trying to be popular on Instagram. Like, why would there be an equal level there? Hell, maybe the original Teen Titans would have slid into that consideration if it was still in production because of the quality. But a show that has none of the qualities of Steven Universe or Adventure Time or hell, even the original Teen Titans, shouldn't be on that list. How about the false equivalency YouTubers make all the time? Well, Teen Titans Go is a dumb show, and there were dumb shows when we were growing up, so why would you complain? Well, a number of reasons. First, while we had dumb shows, there was an equal number of great shows on the schedule. Teen Titans Go was on all day, except back then, Cartoon Network was pretty diverse with its schedule, so you didn't just have dumb shows, you had a bevy of them. You'd have Fosters, you'd have I don't even need to get into it, you know what I mean. A ton of content just throughout the day. It wouldn't just be one show. That's where we're coming from. Secondly, there were a bevy of other channels with good content. Third, why wouldn't I, you, or anyone want a better Cartoon Network for the current generation? There is no presentation in the format of the present Cartoon Network that is even close to the effort and quality offered in our generation. Hell, we had Toonami in the middle of our day. Why is it that they don't? Why don't they have anything on par with that? Why do they have to go to Netflix? Why can't Turner push a little harder here? And I haven't even talked about what Miller's done to Boomerang. What a wasted pile of garbage it is now. Wacky races? How about Desperate Measures? I've spent years looking at Cartoon Network, 2 years covering animation on YouTube, and I really didn't want to post this video less than 100 hours before the 25th anniversary of this channel, because hell, I kind of care about Cartoon Network, and I really do miss the days when they actually gave a fuck. But if YouTubers really just want to keep acting like this is okay and are defending the status quo and are incredibly disingenuous to this generation compared to our own treatment that we had, then I can't let this continue. I can't just keep on sitting here and saying, oh yeah, this is cool. Let's have YouTubers keep talking about how Teen Titans Go is okay in the face that it's always on. Like, that's not cool. Anyway, guys, what do you think? Tell me your thoughts in the comments. I just think that many people misunderstand where we're coming from.